Hello, I'm Katie from Ornamental Trees, and in this guide I'm going to show you how to plant a tree into a pot or container. Growing trees in containers is a great option for smaller gardens, ideal for brightening up a patio or terrace. Some trees are better suited than others for growing in containers, so if in doubt, visit the Trees to Grow in Pots section on the Ornamental Trees website for our top recommendations. Make sure you have the following before you get started: a tree suited for container growing, a suitable container, soil-based planting compost, a trowel, and root grow. Your pot should be large enough to allow the tree's roots to develop. We recommend choosing a pot that is about twice as wide and twice as deep as the tree's current root mass. For certain species, you may want to choose a slightly smaller pot at first and work your way up to a larger one. We're using a circular pot today, but a square-shaped one is ideal, as it discourages the roots from wrapping around the pot in a circle. Check your pot will provide adequate drainage for your tree, and if not, you may need to add some additional drainage holes. You can also add some crocks or large stones to the bottom of the pot before adding compost. If you do, make sure they're not acting like a cork so water can't drain away. Now add a layer of soil-based compost to the pot. You can also use household compost mixed with an equal proportion of topsoil. The addition of soil stops the compost from drying out as quickly. You should add enough compost so that the top of the tree's root mass sits just below the rim of the pot once placed. We recommend sprinkling some root grow on top of your layer of compost to help the tree to grow strong and healthy roots. Remove the tree from its production pot and carefully tease out the roots, taking care not to break them. Then place the tree into the pot. If you have a single stem tree, ensure the trunk looks vertical from all orientations. Trees planted into containers don't require a stake or tie. If your tree comes with a cane, however, you should leave this attached for around a year or so after planting to give it some extra support. Backfill around the root mass with your compost. Gently firm the compost to remove any air pockets. Take care not to bank the soil up over the collar or graft union of the tree, as this can cause rotting. Next, give your tree a generous soaking of water. Trees grown in containers tend to dry out much quicker than trees growing in the ground, so a good watering regime is essential, especially during a hot or dry spell. If it's spring or summer, continue to water well and regularly. In autumn, you will need to water less. In winter, dormant trees don't require any watering, apart from evergreen trees, which may require occasional winter watering. You can check our website for specific watering requirements by species. To learn more about watering, make sure to watch our other video guide on how to water trees correctly. After planting, keep the container free of other competing weeds and plants. We also recommend feeding your tree with a general purpose fertilizer twice a year to replenish its nutrients. For more tree care, planting and advice, don't forget to subscribe to the Ornamental Trees YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.